Welcome to See You on the Internet, a podcast exploring life, love, and the pursuit of happiness in the age of the internet. We're your hosts.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicole.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, shall we?
Kate.
Nicole.
I missed you so much.
I know. Like, I literally feel like I know not one thing about your life right now. I know nothing about what's been going on with you.
I know. It feels crazy that, we do talk every day in a variety of group chats. But, I don't know anything that's going on in your life.
No, literally. It's like, are we friends outside?
No, I feel like we're in a fight. I just am I don't know what to do with this information.
I feel like this happens every time we take a little break, but I don't think we've ever taken this long of a break. And usually when we're taking a break, we're seeing each other at some point in between, which we didn't at all this time. So
this is the longest it's been since we've seen each other in years.
I know. I hate it. Hate to be an adult.
I know.
Hate to be adult with lives.
I think the hard part too is that something about me is that I genuinely don't love talking on the phone.
I know.
And because I think I'm better at FaceTime because I can see your face, but if I'm talking on the phone, I'm doing other things. I'm I don't care.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of my biggest character flaws. You love to give me a call and I'm you just talk, I'll sit here and listen. I do
love to give you a call
when I'm on the phone. I don't know what it is. It's it's a thing that's just always been. I feel bad I never call anyone in my life, even though I'm I should call that person. But I'm and say what?
You call your grandma a lot.
Yeah, because she talk, a full hour will go by. All I have to sit there and go, oh, okay, cool. I'm a boring boyfriend who doesn't really listen to you when you talk.
I also don't call people a lot. It's just if I'm driving. If I'm driving and I know I'm going to be in the car for a decent amount of time, I will be who can I call? Because also I'm really wanting the drive to go by faster. Right. But that's usually when I'll call someone that I haven't talked to in a while or just really want to catch up with. That's my phone time, but I also totally get when people can't answer the phone or aren't there to talk because I'm no one really talks on the phone anymore. Well, I also feel
your mom loves to call you and talk through things.
Yes.
And my mom, that's not how I was raised. My mom in college, my mom doesn't call me. I don't hear from her once in a blue moon. And then she tries to guilt me and say that I don't call her. And I'm the phone works two ways, babes. You could call me too. And so I just feel I grew up in a family where we didn't call anyone really.
Yeah.
And so it's just not something that I do.
Yes, my mom does love to call me. We'll text about things. And Mom, if you're listening, you know you do this. We'll be texting about things and she will call me to talk about it. And I'm you can just text me about it, but I'll text her and ask a question and she'll call me to answer it. Usually during my work day when I'm at the office. But
I will say
I love her for it. And there was a period of time in college that I was not doing mentally great. And I did call her on the phone every single day for at least 2 hours. So
my freshman year roommate, Erin Dixon, if she's listening, would call her mom every day. Her and her mom would talk on the phone every single day. And I truly was I can't even fathom. I don't even call my mom once a week. What do you have to talk about? I'm what are you talking about all day? And they would be hour, 2 hour long phone calls, not short either. I'm what has gone on in your day that you simply have that much to talk to?
Nothing for me ever. I'll see people for the first time in a month and have nothing to share.
I'm worried. I'm what's been going on in my life to talk about? I don't know a lot of things, but
we're gonna get into it.
I will say though, I wish my dad would call me because he will send text messages encryptically And then I'm like, I wish you would have just called me instead of making me spiral about this random ass text message you sent. And sometimes it's like, hey, call me when you get a chance. We need to talk.
Those are the worst.
I'm like, why didn't you just call me and leave me a message?
Yeah.
Say what you needed to say. I will also say, though, last night, he sent me a text message and goes, hey, check your email. I sent you a photo. Can you Photoshop it for me? I'm like, okay. So I go to my email and it's a photo he'd taken on his phone, then sent me an email about instead of just texting me the photo. And I was like, you see, the thing is now you've done an extra step by texting me about the email when you could have just texted me with the photo. And I said, next time, just text me the photo.
My dad is famous for, he'll just text us like links to like news articles that he's seeing. Oh, no context to them. And I have to think, what had we talked about recently that would have to do with this? It's funny. Or he'll just simply never talk to me.
I mean, you never know with dads. We've talked about this. This is why we didn't have a Father's Day episode, by the way. Because we were like, what will we talk about? What will our dad talk about?
And my dad said, nobody needs to know my business.
He doesn't like to be perceived. Mike moves in silence.
My dad had the opportunity to be on the Today Show before. He turned that down. He said,
no,
my life is nobody's business.
He said,
and I respect that.
I will not perform in your circus.
Yeah.
And I respect him setting boundaries like that.
Is a boundary setting king. Yeah, absolutely. He had no problem saying, no, I won't come on your podcast. I don't want to. I said, okay. You want to come up? What's your problem? I just texted you a photo of what I'm being, what the guilt trip I'm being given right now.
Oh my God. Like, guys, look at him.
Like he's just
sitting by his toy, waiting patiently.
Why aren't you playing with me? You've been gone all day and you won't play with me.
He's looking so handsome and so grown.
I know. He made a friend this weekend. I'll have to send you videos.
Is it your friend's wiener dog?
The baby.
Nitro?
Nitro is 8 weeks old. Or no, 12 weeks old. 3 months. Mm-hmm. That's where we're at. And he's so freaking cute.
He's another mini-weenie, guys, by the way.
Another mini-weenie. He's like dappled.
Yeah, he's like the gray and yeah, so cute.
He's stunning. Mm-hmm. He is stunning. And our friends Mahari and Elisa, shout out, met them at the farmers market, and they were like, we're getting a mini-weenie too, like, can we meet your dog? And I was like, yeah, let's be friends. And so they came over for Nick's birthday on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And okay, homie's being vindictive now. He's being petty because I won't play with him now. He's just getting his loudest toys.
I can hear it.
He's gonna, yeah. He's just, this is petty. But anyways, so they came over for Nick's birthday on Saturday, and they brought baby Nitro. And at first, homie was skeptical. As we know, he does not love other dogs. Mm-hmm. He's a little nervous about them. So he was like barking at Nitro. Nitro was being very brave. He wasn't even shaking. He wasn't nervous. And I was like, I think homie wants to play, but like he just simply doesn't know how to play. He wants dogs to chase him. And I'm like, and I also was like, he's never seen a dog smaller than him. Yeah. So I think he really has no idea what's going on. But finally we put them both in like this bigger, like fenced in area of our yard, and because where Nick was growing new grass. And
one thing about Nick, he's always growing new grass.
Nick is constantly growing grass. Yeah. And he's pretty fucking good at it, if I do say so myself. Mm-hmm. He's really good at it. We got some luscious grass growing.
I've seen it and felt it with my own eyes and feet, and yeah. It's very luscious.
Yeah, like the grass is lush right now. So we put Nitro down and we put homie down in there, and then we got Nitro to start running. Like, Elisa was just like running and being like, Nitro, come. And so Nitro was running after her, and then Homie was chasing after him. And then they just absolutely hit it off, and they were like running around, chasing each other, and just like tearing it up around the backyard. And it was like soul healing. Like, I was like, my baby's not a freak. He can make friends.
You know
And I
what?
was like so happy.
It's sort of metaphorical in a similar way of how you and I became friends.
Yeah.
We were kind of skeptical of each other off the jump. But then all it took was a little prodding. Tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time.
Now you can't get rid of me even if you tried, bitch.
Exactly. And trust, I've tried.
In every lifetime, and I'm coming back to haunt you if I die first. It doesn't matter.
Etc., etc. Yeah, it was a very beautiful moment, and they're coming back over for another puppy play date this weekend, and I'm so excited. I was really nervous about him for a while. I was like, are we screwed? Like, is he literally never going to make friends with another dog? And then we were nervous. We were like, if we want to get another one, is he going to be like
standoffish,
not great with it? Like, nervous. But it's all going to be okay.
Thank God.
Because we have Nitro.
Thank God.
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing that's happened in my life lately.
Big things happened to me today.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Wow, hot off the
Maybe
press.
by the time this episode comes out, I'll have actual proof of this. But my friend and I were on the train today, Mari. Kate thinks that she's my imaginary friend. She still hasn't met her. We were on the train and we were just like chit-chatting on our way home from work, and this woman came up to us and she was like, hey guys, I'm shooting some photography for a New York magazine on bag charms, and like really want to take photos of your bag charms. And so on mine I have our TG1F scarf from our summer collection 2 years ago. And then I have a Sunny Angel keychain that has fallen. The Sunny Angel has fallen off. He's here now. But she took photos of us and she was like, this will be in the print edition next week. And it was very exciting. And I was like, yeah, of course. And she was like, I love your scarf. I'm obsessed with it. And I was like, well, thank you so much. It's actually custom merch from my podcast. And she was like, oh my God, what's your podcast called? And I told her. And then I was like, well, it used to be about Formula One, but now it's just kind of like internet-y pop culture, like friendship stuff. And so, yeah. And I just got my nails done too. And she was like, I'm loving your nails. Let's get the nails in the shot. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So
wow.
Sort of a New York moment on the subway today.
Absolutely a New York moment on the subway. Where I thought you were going with that was like, we were on the train and came up to us. I was like, oh my God, did you get scouted? And kind of, yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of, you were discovered. You were discovered.
Yeah, I was. And you know what the thing is? When I was younger, I think I've talked about this on the podcast. We've had 300 episodes. Like at this point,
what have we not said?
I wanted to be a hand model when I was younger. You know this about me. One of my favorite fun facts. Don't lie, I have very nice hands. Okay, everyone who's watching this right now, like you can see, like everyone always tells me I have very nice hands. The ladies at the nail salon tell me that my nails are beautiful. They say you're so lucky. You have great nail beds. They grow so well. They're in incredible shape. And I'm like, thank you so much. It's like my favorite thing about myself. And so I was like, I want to be a hand model. I said, I could make some quick cash, be a hand model. No big deal. It fell flat because with everything in my life, I move on from it. Okay. And I just said, I actually don't have time to like do this whole thing.
She's busy. She's booked and busy. She's stalking celebrities. She doesn't have time to model with her hands.
I said, I actually don't have time to go to like photo shoots or casting calls. Like I actually like need to get back to badminton. I need to be yearbook. I need to, like I have hobbies. Like I have real things to do. And so this is kind of like feels full circle for me. Like now, my hands will be in print media. So much like when we were in the New Yorker, I will have to send my mom a print copy of New York Mag.
We're gonna have to frame it.
Yeah, I think so.
Right next to the New Yorker.
It's New Yorker, New York Mag. 2 iconic pieces of literature.
And Nicole's in
New
both.
York.
Wow. What an exciting day.
I know, right? I was like, yeah, sure, do whatever. And then I looked her up on Instagram. She's got like 500,000 followers on Instagram.
Whoa.
So maybe we'll get some free publicity.
Hell yeah.
Kickstart this back up, okay? Get a little influencer campaign going.
Man, do we need it.
It's like it truly feels like we're back at square zero.
Yes.
But that's why it's fun again, because I don't think anyone gives a single shit about what we do.
No, definitely not. No, this is truly just simply a way for us to know what's happening in each other's lives now. And that's how it started. And we're back. We're back at the beginning.
We're back in it for the love of the game.
Because I couldn't care about anything else.
No. And you know what? I want you to know, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but my friend Dylan tagged us in a post.
Yes.
Wearing his Women in Motorsports shirt. But
Yeah.
he was texting me and he was like, oh, you guys should sponsor our car. And I said, that's really cute that you think we make any money.
No, literally.
I was like, it's really cute that you think we make us like any money off of this. Like, we do it for the love
Not
of the game.
Not a single dollar.
We do it for the love of the game. We do it for the girls, the gays, and the days, and anyone who wants to listen to us yap. And we've tried. We've had some good years where we've gotten maybe a little bit extra play money, but this is nowhere near anything.
This is not one of those years.
This is not one of those years. And that's okay.
Your girls are tired. Your girls are tired. Your girls are just simply surviving.
I think a majority of people right now are kind of just in survival mode, and I think that that's okay.
That is okay. That is okay. There's a lot happening.
There's quite literally too much happening.
Like, there's a lot happening right now, and it's okay to just survive and not necessarily thrive. Like, you can just be. It's okay. And that's where we're at.
You can quote us on that. If you need us to write a note to your boss, we'll do it.
I will do it. It just, I don't know. I think there's a big changing landscape in almost every aspect of life right now. And I was saying to someone at work today, because we got like a new like org structure. And so like some people are retiring and other people are like taking over these roles, and they have very different personalities. And I was like, it feels like a changing of the guard, and like something new is about to happen. Unsure if it's going to be, you know, good or bad. We're waiting to see, but it just feels like this like moment of things just like changing over. And I'm feeling like that a lot in like a lot of the things that you and I do and have done. Like, we came into the F1 space. We were Lewis and Clark. We were Lewis and Clark trekking our way through the fucking internet world of F1. And we didn't even have a Sacagawea with us. We were our own Sacagawea. We were just trudging along, figuring shit out as it happened, trying to survive and not catch dysentery. Like, we were just like really trying to figure it out.
We were navigating those waterways.
Yeah, we were. It was a lot. And then it feels as though, you know, the railroads were built and settlers came, and now there are cars, and we're just kind of like, okay, we kind of did our thing, and now the world is very different, and new people are in charge, new people are on the scene. And I'm over it. Like, I just kind of feel like, not like over it, but I feel like, okay, my job here is done. Like, I've gotten what I could out of this.
Yeah.
And something very, okay, I'm kind of going in a lot of different directions here, but they all tie together.
Well,
so at Nick's birthday party on Saturday, our friend Angel came over, and she does tarot card readings. She's a Reiki master. She teaches yoga. She does tarot. She's probably the coolest person I've ever met.
By the way, for my birthday, if you want to buy me tarot cards, please do. I need to get into tarot, but you can't buy your own deck.
Right.
So
I bought Christina one for her birthday, so I'm kind of like on the this is kind of like my thing
okay,
now is I'm buying these for
please.
people. So Angel goes over and she was doing readings for everyone, and like one of the best like tarot readings I've ever gotten was kind of scary for me, like kind of dark, but she's just very good at it.
Read you a little too close to home.
Yeah, it was scary. Apparently, I have like ghosts of former selves that are just kind of like around me,
Mm-hmm.
being like, "Hey, look at me. You have not let me go yet."
Mm-hmm.
So, try and figure out what that's all about.
That's
Uh,
that's
I'm
kind
being
of
haunted by
crazy though,
myself.
because I feel similarly where like I am in such a I feel like I'm in this transitional period of my life where it's like I know I'm not the same person that I've been, but I don't know who I'm going to be yet. And
And
like,
it's hard to say goodbye to that person, but you have to let that
yeah.
person go in order to like move
But
on.
it's hard
And I
because
guess
I'm like,
there's like a
I don't
big some like issue in my life, and there's something that I'm holding on to that's holding me back from like being like okay and taking this next step. And it's because I have to address these former selves of mine and like kill them
you got to
off
do
basically.
shadow work.
So I'm a bit stressed. However, my reading is not the point of the story. Christina was getting a reading, and hers was very much about like she's also in a transitional moment, but hers is like kind of more about like work and
Mhm.
life and like um trying to figure out like again like kind of who she is and what she wants to be. And Angel said the biggest question that she needs to ask herself in every scenario anytime like anything happens is am I getting as much as I'm giving?
Mhm.
And that has like just stuck with me. Like it wasn't my reading, but I was like, that is so spot
It
on
feels like a good question to ask yourself always.
always.
Mhm.
And that's kind of how I feel about us in this scenario of like, we were grinding for like 4 full years with this, and it's like were we getting as much as we were giving? And like we were giving a lot,
Mhm.
and like not saying that we weren't getting a lot out of it, because like we were getting, you know, great experiences and opportunities, we were getting this incredible community, but like it just wasn't feeling even. It felt like we were like putting a lot out
Mhm.
there, and I was just kind of tired. I felt like we had kind of gotten, there was almost nothing else to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we could continue giving and giving and giving, but there was like we'd gotten everything we could get out of
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
And it was time to do something new, because I do think that there is a beauty and like in choosing to let something go
100%.
and saying,
You got to make room for new things to come into your life.
right. Like just saying, admitting like I've gotten what I can get out of this, and now it's time to move on
Mhm.
to something else
Mhm.
and see, you know, what I can get from something else. And I'm trying to very much come to peace with that, because I am not someone that is good at things ending.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't love a change. I don't love letting things go. I
yeah.
am a hoarder in every sense of the word.
I think I've gotten I've gotten better at it over the years just because I think I've had so much change in my life over the past like
Yeah.
5, 6 years. Like
Yeah.
my life feels drastically different from where I
Mhm.
was. And so like I think the only way you get comfortable with that is like taking risks and knowing that you're going to be the one to catch
Yeah.
yourself and figure it out. And so like obviously it's always scary to like give something up, but you have to know that you are a capable person to find
Yeah.
whatever it is that's going to drive you. And so I've been having a lot of contemplative conversations lately where I think for me too is that I think I am someone who is inherently very creative. Like I'm always creating things, I'm always curating, I'm putting things out in the world for people to consume. And like I've very much felt kind of stagnant and like I haven't had much creative juice as of late. And like to
Mhm.
me, that feels like very hollow, like not something I'm used to. But I think again, we're kind of in survival mode in a lot of aspects, right? And like I have to come to terms with the fact that that's okay. Sometimes like I can't be on all of the time,
Yeah.
but it is a weird and uncomfortable feeling. And
Yeah.
you know me, I don't ever feel my feelings. I rationalize them, I move on. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better, to feel my feelings and sit in the discomfort. And I'll tell you what, it sucks, but I'm becoming better at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also, here's the thing, is that everyone always talks about these different moments in life. Like, obviously you have your Saturn return,
Mhm.
and so like that's like a big moment. I feel like turning 30, people say, is like a big moment, but I would argue early 30s, like around now, is even more of a weird moment in time, like moment in life, because it's like, okay, you turn 30 and you're like, I'm basically still in my 20s. Like, it's like I just turned
Mhm.
30. I'm just entering my 30s. But now I'm like, okay, I'm 31 and a half. I feel as though now it's like actually hitting me like, okay, I'm very much in the transition into like full adulthood.
Mhm.
And what the fuck does that look like?
Mhm.
And what does that mean? And what am I doing? And how, like, I'm like, I don't know how to exist in the world as an adult.
Yeah.
I've just been like a child. Like,
Mhm.
I'm so young.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like this is the time where I'm like, okay, now I do actually feel like the pressure of like, okay, I need to figure it out. And like that's stressful.
But it's like, what is figuring it out, you know? What
Right.
does that look
It's
like?
just like, I don't know, knowing how taxes work, like, uh, not forgetting to pay an electrical bill. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there are so many things that are just like, it's just like such an interesting thing of like, okay. And that, I look at my career, like, you can look at your career and be like, okay, where did I think I would be in my career at this point? Am I there?
Mhm.
Am I, in a role that feels fitting for the amount, am I getting as much as I'm giving? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I've now given almost a decade of my life to my career. What have I gotten out of
Am
it?
I
Do I feel
happy? Yeah.
like am I happy? Do I feel like I'm at the level that I want to be?
Mhm.
Or do I feel like I've been coasting or like not being in the right places, doing the things that like, I don't know. I'm feeling right now like I am just in this weird, like I feel like I'm going through my Saturn return right now. I'm not, but I feel like I
Yeah. No, I feel you. I think it's a very weird time. Like again, like I said, I've been talking to people where I'm like, I'm sitting in this discomfort of like not knowing where I'm going, but not feeling like I can go back to where I
yeah,
was. And like it's
right.
just this discomfort of being like, I'm a control freak. I love to have like a
Same.
semblance of a plan and like
Yep.
understand all potential outcomes so that I can make the best decision. And it's kind of like, I don't even know what tomorrow is going to look like. And so, like, it's really tough on me to like
Yeah.
try and create a plan around that because I simply can't.
No, it's and yeah, and then there's so many things that like happen, you're like, that you can't
No.
control. And like, I don't know, like I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I'm coming up on being married for 2 years, like natural next step is think about a family,
Mhm.
and like, is that something that we want to do, are ready to do? What does that look like? Like, I have so many different people in my life going through that journey that it just looks so different for
Yeah.
everyone. And whether, it comes easily or it does not come easily, and you have to kind of figure out what's going on. Like, that's also scary of like, okay, you can try to time things in the way that you want, and you can try to have control, but like you really have no control over anything. So it's like, all right, do you do it at a time that feels right for you? But like, you have to be able to know that it might not be and it
Mhm.
might take longer, or do you wait? It's all a very, there's so many things happening
Every,
and
there are
so
things
many.
happening every single day, and I'm kind of tired of them. And I don't want to have to make a decision right now.
Like, everything happens so much. And I'm just a girl.
See, this is what
But
happens when Kate and I don't talk to each other for
we
6
we
weeks.
just need to get really existential for a while.
We're like, "Hey, are you well? Because 'Cause I'm not, by the way."
Because I'm not feeling great, actually. I
Well,
don't
how are
know,
you
man. I don't
how
know.
are you dealing, like, I guess for me, like, what are you doing to like cope with these feelings? Like,
I'm going to therapy, dude.
no, but like in an everyday sense. Like for
Yeah.
me, I've been spending a lot of time reading books lately. Been reading a lot of books,
Yeah.
watching a lot of TV, trying to hang out with people that I love. Like those are my disassociation tactics. What have you been
Yeah.
doing?
I mean, I've been reading a decent amount. I'm kind of trying to diversify myself and like not diversify because I read very similar
Mm-hmm.
books a lot, but trying to be reading multiple books at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying not to pigeonhole myself
Yeah,
into like only reading one thing. So I've got a couple books going. I've been trying to get
couple
outside a
pokers
little
in the
more.
fire.
Yeah, I've got my hard copy books that are for bedtime reading. I've got my Kindle books that are for daytime fun
Mm-hmm.
reading. I'm figuring it out. And then what else am I doing? Well, I'm doing my soup series, my
Mm-hmm.
Saturday soup series, which is very fun because I love a routine. So I love having like something that I know I do every weekend. And that's been nice because it also is like forcing me to like have an intentional weekend,
Mm-hmm.
like have a Saturday and being like, no, I actually don't do anything on Saturdays because we stay home and we watch college football and we make soup
Mm-hmm.
and like we're hanging out. And if people want to do that with us, great. If they don't, fine. And like obviously sometimes things will come
Yeah,
up
of
and I'll
course.
do things on Saturdays, but it's nice to have something that's like kind of routine. And I've been trying to not watch as much TV.
Hmm.
I feel like I've been looking at a lot of screens lately
Mm.
and I think it's like ramping up my like nervous system like and just like my fight or flight and I have been trying to not necessarily look at screens as much.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't know. And also just being comfortable not doing things.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I feel like I've been kind of like I have a dog now. I've kind of been forced into a routine of like I don't just go do things
Mhm.
all the time. Like I don't just say yes to like doing something after work or whatever because like I have to get home to the
You
dog
have
and like
responsibilities now. This is why I'm not getting a dog yet.
I'm raising a living
Yeah.
creature. Am a mom
Yeah.
now. But it's nice because I have FOMO a lot and now I'm just trying to find the peace and the joy in like just staying home and being with my little family and hanging out and being together and that's been nice.
That is nice.
So that's what I've been trying to get into and I really want to get crafty this fall.
Hmm. What are you
My mom
thinking?
got me a lot of crafts for Christmas because I really was like again trying to be crafty in the winter and that didn't work. But I'm thinking about really breaking them out. One of the things that she got me was like I think it's an embroidery kit
Hmm.
and like teaching yourself how to do embroidery, but it's a bunch of it's like 12 different like Christmas
Oh, cute.
ornaments
Yeah.
with little patterns that you like teach yourself how to do and I think that my goal is I want to make all of them and that will be people like part of people's Christmas gifts this year.
Cute. I love that.
So I really want to get into that. She also got me like a thing to learn how to like crochet and just a couple of these like fun little crafts that I really just want to like find a hobby of something that I like do with my
Yeah.
hands and just kind of zone out, you know?
Yeah. For me, Carly and I have started Supernatural.
Mm,
And by starting it, I mean we watched the first episode of the first season. Because like honestly, last year, if anyone remembers, I got into watching the OC and doing paint by numbers. And it was honestly like so nice to like not look at my phone and just
yeah.
like have something to do with my hands and like have a TV show that like didn't require me to do any critical thinking. It was just kind of
Yep.
fun. I could have it on in the background, like something regular. I don't have to
Yeah.
make a decision about what to watch. Um, and so I'm very excited to get back into this in the fall and just be like, nope, my evenings are cooking dinner, doing my paint by numbers, watching my TV show, going to bed early.
I love that. I'm doing that right now with Modern Family.
Mm,
Started from I realized I'd never watched it in like sequential order.
hmm.
So I started from the beginning. Um So that's been nice. I always love to have a show that, like, that's why I rewatch shows so much, because I always love to have a show that I don't necessarily have to, like, be paying attention
Yeah.
to. It's how I work the best when I work from home,
Mhm.
because I can get really distracted sometimes, but it gives me something, like, if I'm gonna get distracted, I'm gonna, like, look up and I'm be like, "Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
this," and then I'll get
And
back
then
to
you're
working
like,
for a little
I
bit.
didn't really miss that much. Like, nothing critical. I don't have to go back and like watch it.
Right, exactly. So it gives me a place to focus my
Yeah.
unfocusedness.
How are
But
you?
that's been fun.
How are you liking Red Rising?
I'm liking it. I
The
need to
book
get back into
series,
it more. I
everyone.
really
The
what?
book series, just in
The
case
book
anyone
series, Red
doesn't know.
Rising. Yes. It's like a sci-fi, futuristic, um, book. Nick is reading it. He's on book 3 right now, I think, of 5, and he loves it. So he's begging me to read it. And, as he's read almost all of the Sarah J. Maas books, I figured I'd throw him a
Yeah.
bone and read it. So I started it the other weekend, and I think I'm like 15% through,
Okay.
maybe. Um and then I went to my conference, and so I had no time to do any reading.
Mhm.
So I haven't read too much of it, but I like it so far. I've never really read true, like, sci-fi. I don't know, I assumed it was gonna be, like, more fantasy, but, like, it's weird that it's, like, about, like, Earth and, like, these people are living on
Mhm.
Mars, and I was like, "Huh, okay, not what I was expecting." But I do appreciate it. Kind of kicks off right away, it gets, like, kind of into the action right away, and, like, we already got the first, like, major reveal,
Mm.
um, which was, like, happened really fast. A little bit of it so far has been a little predictable, like, I kind of, like, knew where things were going,
Mhm.
but it's also the setup, and so, like, obviously, I'm like, "Okay, well, yeah," like, books start out, things seem great, like, things are going fine, things are, status quo, something has to happen to, like, shake it up and,
Mhm.
like, get the story
Yeah.
to, like, move along. So I kind of, like, guessed those things. But I like the characters so far. I think the concept is interesting. I'm excited to keep reading because I know that people say it's like people love this
Mhm.
series. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, I need to get back into it. I haven't had a lot of, like, daytime
Yeah, that's
to
fair.
be reading, so I've been doing my paperbacks at bedtime, unfortunately. But those are also great.
Mm.
So I'm happy.
Yeah, I just finished a new book I started this weekend, today, this morning. I'm obsessed with it. Like, I need everyone to read it expeditiously. It just came out in July. It's called Terror at the Gates, and it's by the same author who did the Touch of Darkness series.
Yep.
Um,
I know you posted and I was like, "Why do I know that name?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah."
yeah, so she did the Touch of Darkness series, and that was a completed series. It's done, and I was like very sad about it because she could write 15 more of those books, and I would read them every single time. But this one I thought was really interesting because she's taking themes from Catholicism and building out this like fantasy world
Mm,
around it. And so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. And I ate it up in like 3 days. And I was like, no surprise that this man also top of my book boyfriend list, because Hades from Touch of Darkness, number one book boyfriend for me. So it's only fitting that she also claims another top spot in my pyramid. But I think it was just like, it sort of gives kind of Crescent City vibes in the sense that
okay.
it's like Sin City. They live in like, there's like the Garden of Eden and like all of this stuff, and like there's the different districts, and there's like, cardinal sins and stuff, but it's, they're also trying to solve a mystery,
Love.
and like trying to figure out like why all of these bad things are happening all of a
Mhm.
sudden, and like figure out who's
Interesting.
lying, and kind of there's witchcraft, but there's, also magic involved. And so it was not like another book that I've read, so I really 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 enjoyed it. And I think that there's a lot of
Cool.
potential for like a lot of kind of like thinking about where things are going.
Love. Love that.
We love a theory.
We love a theory. Speaking of theories,
Speak on it.
when do we think ACOTAR 6 is gonna come out?
hopefully before I die. I don't know. Like, Sarah, you can't just drop that and then not give me a
And then not say anything. I know I asked ChatGPT the other day because I was like, you can scour the internet for all of the details and please tell me when this book is coming out. And it was like, there are like two main theories, like two main things. One would be before the end of this year, which I said that's absolutely not going to happen. But it's at mid 2026.
But I want you to know.
And I said,
you know what else is coming out mid 2026? According to Goodreads?
Yeah.
Burn of the Everflame, July 14th, 2026 is what it says on here. But she obviously
2 years later. 2 years later.
4 years later. My friend Maddie is currently reading them and she's like, I'm devouring these. These are so good. And she's like, I can't believe we have to wait. And I was like, girl, I know.
Girl, you're telling me. Let me see if she's posted anything on her Instagram about this. Hasn't?
No, she hasn't. That's why I said I'm not getting my hopes up until I hear an announcement.
She's so fake. I'm so mad at her. This bitch.
It's good. It's good to be back in the hot seat. It's good to have a microphone in front of me again. I feel
it is.
You know what? Maybe this is why I've been feeling like I don't know. I've been aloof in the world because we just haven't had this.
We haven't had this, and this is important
to have. And I'm feeling rejuvenated. My cup runneth over.
My cup runneth over.
And I'm feeling good again. You know, I think that we're stepping into a new version of this podcast, and I feel really good about it.
Me too. I feel like we're experiencing this podcast is going through its Saturn return right now. And what it ends up being, nobody
knows, and that's what's fun about it.
Nobody knows, and that is what's fun about it.
Well, this has been an incredible catch up. I think we do have some really fun things planned for upcoming. So everyone stay tuned. I think we have some good content series in the bag that we've been noodling on. So stay tuned on that. But all in all, this has been really fun. Next week, we'll discuss our thoughts on The Summer I Turned Pretty. You're watching that, right?
No, but I am reading the recaps every single
Okay, great. So
I know exactly what's been going on.
We'll recap our thoughts on the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty. But until then, guys,
we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye. Thanks for listening to See You on the Internet.
To keep up with the fun between episodes, make sure to follow us at See You on the Internet Pod on both Instagram and TikTok.
And to join in on the fun on the podcast itself, call the Kate Nicole hotline at 646-780-9063 or email us at hi@seeyouontheinternetpod.com.
We'll be back with a new episode soon, but in the meantime, we'll see you on the internet.